Hello, everybody. This is August, and the NFL season is right on top of us. But before we get there, me and Simon Short are doing offensive lineman rankings. And basically, we took each position: left tackle, left guard, center, right tackle, right guard. And we came up with our top five. We didn't always agree, and that's fine. But we're sure excited that you're a part of it here tonight. This is the Box Score Network. Simon, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm awesome, Ben. Thank you so much for putting this together and getting these beautiful graphics together for us and coming back because we're both old. We both have children, and I had my calendar wrong last night. So you were waiting around to talk offensive line basically since last night. You haven't left your little cave there. And now I'm finally here, ready to go, ready to keep this rolling. I was watching a little Drew Dahlman film again just before this because what else
Yes.
do we do on a Saturday night? And I'm ready to go, man. Let's do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I did sit here for 24 hours straight. And during that time, I decided that seeing our faces once wasn't enough. So I put it on here twice, okay? So they can see our beautiful profiles and our straight on views as well.
As long as you didn't put my face on that graphic and then like do a mock podcast episode where you're trying to talk in my voice and predict what I was gonna say. Um, if you start doing that, man, we got to be done. We do this too much together.
All right, everybody watching, thank you so much for hopping on. We'll quit fooling around. We'll hop straight into right guard. We have, again, five guys for you, five guys for me. They only overlap in three areas. All right, so we'll start off with your number five, who is my number five, Kevin Zeitler. Our
Oh
guy,
yeah.
baby.
Oh yeah. Just another guy that's still just doing it. I mean, I turned on the Lions tape and I just did not expect because he just the Lions have been rotating that one guard position for the last several years now, and
Yeah.
when he leaves the Ravens, it's kind of like, okay, if the Ravens are letting him walk, like that's not a good sign. And then the Lions let him walk pretty quick too. That's not a great sign. But listen, man, he's still good at getting to the second level and actually and moving people and being effective out there, which is really cool for the part of his career he's in. But he's also got that strong anchor, strong push right at the line of scrimmage in the run game. So just a still a good player overall. It's like he hasn't really even lost a step from the last couple of years. So Baltimore was just ready to go to some younger guys at guard, and the Lions also are just kind of transitioning, and he got that big contract with Tennessee. So I think the Titans are gonna be very happy with Kevin Zeitler for the next year or so.
If it weren't for Zeitler, Tennessee wouldn't have any representation on this list at all. But I really like Zeitler's work. Zeitler is a guy to me. I love the attitude. I won't talk stay on him for long, but when you talk about the age, he's been in the league a long time now. He's the kind of guy who just loves this. I don't know what he's going to do when he leaves. I mean, he's going to have to go join an old man's, I say old man's, the 35-year-old wrestling group or something, or he's going to have to go join go join the mixed martial arts or something. I think he
Oh
just
gosh.
eats this stuff up. I don't know that he feels like he has to be the best at anything, but he'll go and compete at anything physical. It's just really the way I feel about Kevin Zeitler, man. I mean, I think he just loves this. So he seems like he's hanging on for as long as he can. I hopefully he's maybe exploring that next physical career that he can get into because he really does. Out of all the people we've talked about, he seems to be the guy that just loves doing this. Every day is you get up in the morning, you drink your coffee, and you go hit somebody. It just seems to be Kevin Zeitler to me.
Let's just be happy he found football, and if that's his calling.
Your four, I'm not surprised. I know why, and that's okay. My number two, Chris Lindstrom for the Atlanta Falcons.
Listen, I've never denied that Chris Lindstrom is a talented offensive line. He's just not my cup of tea. He's a guard that's
Did you
6'3". Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you think about leaving him out of your top five?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
just
definitely
curious.
did. I
Okay.
definitely thought about it. I definitely considered it. 100%. Um, there's there at some point there's like a professional like not integrity or courtesy but just like expectation like I know where he is. I know who he is.
Right.
I know where he stacks up. It's just not what I would go for. The 6'3", 300-pound guard being the guy you build your whole offensive line around is not where I'm at. But listen, he's out there. He's a very good mover. Um, I keep wanting to just say negative things. I know he's good. I know he's good. Okay. I actually do think comparing to the last time we really did a deep dive, I think he is more steady on his feet now. I think there is a little bit more pop to his game. Because before it was more just like, okay, get him out on the move and you can run behind him and he'll clear the way a little bit. But there's still balance issues because of the size and there's just not a whole lot of push straight forward. But in this scheme, which I'm pretty surprised, like post Arthur Smith, like it's still a thing. But anyways, we won't get into all that.
Uh-huh.
Um, he's just a good player. The awareness and recovery speed is excellent in pass pro. High IQ player, and like I said, very good movement skills, and just I think he's a little bit stronger and a little more stout overall than a few years ago. But not my cup of tea necessarily. But I got him at 4 here. I'll sneak him in just above the 35-year-old Kevin Zeitler.
Emotionally, I feel you on Lindstrom because even though I feel like Lindstrom is more talented than Orlando Brown, respectively, for their positions, I've had the exact same emotion about Orlando Brown over the years. I just want to try to get everybody's attention and be like, I'm not against this player. I appreciate what he can do, but he's just not as good as what all y'all are saying. He's just
Hmm.
not. I see the flaws. I see the things in his game that do not work for what I want to accomplish. And I'm not denying that he's good. So I feel the same emotion about a different player. I still put Lindstrom at number two. I didn't put him at number one. I've got a different guy at number one. I think a lot of people put Lindstrom at number one. But when you
Hmm.
watch the games, when we watch the tape, you're like, yeah, I see the talent. There's some problems too. And honestly, right guard was a position which I thought there was a lot of flux. I kind of ran out of other guys I really wanted to put ahead of Lindstrom, but I feel you that there are things in his game that really kind of keep him from being that elite guard. I just don't think he's that. He's just like, well, he's talented and he does offer a lot. So I got him at two, but still, it's not as if I don't see him as automatic number one at all.
If we were
You're
just
number
rating in
three.
a vacuum, he'd be, I think, even lower. But considering what he's asked to do and what the traits are that he's very good at, it puts him higher up on the list. He's very good at what
Yeah.
he does.
You can see a lot of this fluidity here in this position group, the right guard group as we get through. But we got the same number one again. Your number three, my honorable mention, who I love, by the way. Love this guy. I loved him for a while, but I just didn't put him in. Elijah Vera Tucker for the Jets.
Yeah, I mean the is the main thing for you. He's just never healthy. He just doesn't.
Yeah, and
He's
I don't
not
usually
out there
punish
enough.
guys for that, but I think it's so rarely that I actually get to see him with the version of him that I love. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
I'm hoping we're turning a corner. He's still only how old is he actually right now? Last year was he just turned 26. He played
Okay.
15 games last year. So I'm
Yeah.
just hoping we've turned a corner here. But I think injuries were even a concern when he was coming out of college. So I really hope we've turned the corner because he has everything in his bag: strength, anchor, movement, pop, push, technique. Just needs to stay healthy. He really should be the best right guard in the league and maybe even best overall interior offensive lineman by
Mm-hmm.
now, based on where he
Yeah.
was tracking as a rookie when he played 16 games in 2021. And then when, the following season where they were having so many injuries and he was even playing tackle and guard before he got hurt. The lack of consistency based on all the injuries, but also the lack of development. And I say lack of development. I still think he's the third best right guard in the NFL right now. And if I compared him to the left guards, I'd probably put him at like the fifth or sixth best guard in the NFL to me right now. Um, and he's only played like half the games in his 4-year career. He should just be at the top. He's that talented. He's that tenacious. Like it's not a work ethic kind of thing where he's not meeting his potential. He's just not been on the field enough. But I think he's got everything in his bag. You can ask him to do anything, and if he's healthy and it's him and Armand Membu out in space, running and yelling at guys in the run game, I'm going to be very very excited to watch that this season.
I'm still a little distrustful that this Jets organization is going to do the right thing with these pieces they now have on this
Yeah.
offensive line. I'm a little concerned because they should. I think I heard you and Peyton Davila talking about this on
Hmm.
your show a couple of weeks ago. What they should be doing for at least this year is just run the heck out of the ball, come up
Hmm.
with as much college creative type RPO type stuff as you can possibly do at the NFL level, and then drop back and throw when you need to do it effectively. I'm not sure they're going to do it, man. But if they, whether or not they do it, I love Elijah Vera Tucker, so often I think you've been more likely to punish guys like a Teron Armstead for not being available than I
Yeah.
have. But that's exactly what happened here with Elijah Vera Tucker. There's no question about it. I
Yep.
think he's more talented than every guy on this group. I agree with that.
Hmm.
I think he is more well rounded than every guy on this group. And I really feel like if he had been largely healthy, he would be my number two on this list. It's close between what he would have been at number one and the guy that we have at number one. But I think he's more talented than the number one guy that we have. All right. So
Oh yeah.
love Elijah Vera Tucker. I just dang it, he just ain't been on the field enough for me to really get to see the true Elijah. We haven't seen that too often, to be honest.
Hmm. Hmm.
Your number two, another honorable mention for me, Trey Smith, Kansas City.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I don't know. I should know more about the Chiefs offensive line coach than I do, considering I'm always higher on a couple of these guys than consensus. But maybe it's just the fact that he's another mauler. He's so strong. But it translates, I
Yeah,
think, to pass pro. Like he has a good anchor. But it particularly shows up in the run game, the way he can just push dudes off the line of scrimmage. Like I don't like very few other people, I think, in the NFL do. Um, I will
yeah,
say he does fall off his blocks in pass pro occasionally. One of those guys that for some reason defenders can just slip off. I wonder what his hand size is. I'll look that up as you're talking here. I'd like to see if that maybe there's a coordination to there where some guys just slip off. That some guys don't have the same grip as other people do. Um, but
yeah,
man, he is just so good in the run game, and I do think those traits show up consistently enough in pass pro that for a position that yeah we got questions on Bear Tucker's health, Lindstrom's just overall play style, Zeitler's age, um, the overall talent at the guy that I have that we both have number one, like he's still just in the NFL right now. One of the guys that I would say, yeah, absolutely, give me that guy. I have no qualms that the Chiefs literally traded Tooney so they could pay Trey Smith. I have no qualms with that. So I'm really
yeah.
high on this guy.
That's exactly what happened from a money standpoint. They have chosen to not go
Hmm.
the Eagles route of tons of cash we have to come up with at the start of every season. We're not going to sell 8% of the team to finance that. It's just not going to happen. So they've chosen not to do that. So they're get back to the limitations, which even the Eagles have limitations, but it just works differently the way they're doing it. So yeah, that's why they let go of Tooney, and the Chiefs have consistently shown we don't want to pay 29 and 30-year olds unless we have to. We want to pay
Hmm.
26-year olds. So that's 1,000% what happened. Um, Trey Smith is a guy that I really do like, um, but I dinged him for a couple of things, and that's why he got honorable mention instead of top five for me. You mentioned it; he is sloppy. There's no question. He's sloppy. I'm not sure that the talent is there. Everyone has known it, and it's not that he hasn't developed because he has, but he just hasn't developed technically as much as I would have hoped for somebody who's got that talent level. And he's still very sloppy, So I dinged him for that. The other big thing I dinged him on, and again, I got him just outside the top five. I mean, it's close. I really like Trey Smith. Totally happy that they decided to pay him. I mean, I got no problems with that at all. And I've said this many times on many shows, but last year when Joe Tooney had to move from left guard to left tackle, it showed because Creed Humphrey now couldn't just focus on helping Trey Smith, and when they needed it, Creed Humphrey had to help left guard out a lot because Joe Tooney's got his hands full at left tackle, and you could see the drop off of Trey Smith's game when he couldn't get as much help from Creed Humphrey as he was used to getting. You could see a drop off. So that's why I dinged him. Still love him. Glad they paid him. The offensive line coach in Kansas City is Andy Heck, who I have mixed feelings about. His interior offensive linemen have turned out beautifully. Boy, have they done well, but the tackles have not. I haven't seen the tackle development there out of Andy Heck by and
Yeah,
large since the
sure.
two guys left. And that's really disappointing to me because it's not that they haven't drafted anybody. They haven't consistently piled on first round draft picks for that position, but they've been drafted people and none of those people have found out. I mean, none of them. So, I have mixed feelings about Andy Heck, but he's the guy there for now. And that is Trey Smith, number two on your list, honorable mention on mine. Our number one. me and you agreed again on a number one, and that is Quinn Minertz, Denver Broncos, top right guard.
Yeah, man, Quinn just has really developed into such a good player coming out of what was it, Division 3, Division 2, Whitewater, whatever it was, where he's literally
Something
just
like
like
that, yes.
his pro day looks like it's at a middle school field or something like that. And he now he's an all pro, extremely good play strength, really athletic, really good in space, um, high awareness, high IQ player. uh, this makes sense for you and I to both like him because he really does just do every single thing well. That
Right.
Broncos group overall is the best pass protecting group in the NFL. I mentioned it earlier. Um, and he just has such a strong anchor, and he's really like the Steve Avila of right guard, just a rotund, round ball of energy and strength, that can get out and run and hit people and just holds up so well in pass pro. So right now, I think Quinn Miners is just the best all around right guard in the NFL.
I love him. I absolutely love him. I agree with everything you just said. I'm not sure he's the most talented guy compared to some of these other people we've been talking about tonight, but he has a very good pool of talent to work from, and I feel like he maxes out every bit of it.
Hmm.
If I'm talking about a guy who's not just well balanced and has some talent, I'm talking about a guy who looks like he has worked to improve every single
Oh
part
yeah.
of his game. This is the guy. And again, I'm not just saying he's an effort guy. He's also got the talent to go with it, even though I don't know that he's elite talent. Absolutely love him. The Broncos are lucky to have him. Any team would want him. I mean, I really can't say enough good things about him. I'm not sure that he's a Hall of Fame guy, trying to build that kind of a career. But you talk about next level down, just going to lock it in for a very long time, get paid very well. Absolutely love this guy. He wins almost every week. There are very few weeks where he's really getting challenged and losing that week. I mean, boy, this guy is plus plus. Two more guys on my side, both honorable mentions for you. I'm going to reveal them both at the same time. My number three, going to hit a sore spot here, Simon. I'm sorry. Kevin Dotson for the Rams.
Yep, yep.
And my number four, a guy that I know you like too, Cody Malk for the Buccaneers.
Two of my absolute favorite guys in the NFL, Cody Mock. I loved coming out of the draft. And the Bucks were one of the first teams that I rewatched this summer. And I was like, oh my God, he's gotten so good so fast. Um, I spiritually wanted to put him above Chris Lindstrom, and when I was just because he is literally my number six. I have him written down. He was my last. I gave six B pluses at right guard. No
Yeah.
A's, no A minuses. I gave six B pluses, and he is my sixth one. And I'm like, man, I would not have felt bad putting him above Zeitler for the age, above Lindstrom for the play style, above AVT for the injuries, and heck, like, could I even talk myself into above Trey Smith just for the technical ability in the pass pro? Sure, I could. I wouldn't. I would probably stop him there at three if I was making those decisions. But he just keeps defenders off his body with really quick hands, and he's got a little like push away move. He has where he can actually quickly engage his hands on the defender with his arms still bent though in a way that he can then literally push defensive tackles off of him and disengage a 300-pound person. So like insane strength on this guy. His feet and his hands are always moving well together. He's just really, from year one to year two, gotten much better on the technical side when we already knew Mauler, strength, run blocking, all of that stuff. I think he's just really rounded out his game. Part of why I kept him at six is just like, let's see him do it without Liam Cohen this year, right? Let's see what that kind of looks like. But I think he's really rounded out his game really well. Very, very effective guy. And then Kevin Dotson, not the best overall athlete, but strong with good feet. Like he always keeps his feet moving despite his size. Um, Really good player overall. And like one of the main reasons why I'm like, don't move a guy's position if you don't need to. Um, because he immediately goes back to the right side, which is where he played for 5 years in college, and he became
Yeah.
like a Pro Bowl level player. Pittsburgh had him at left guard for 3 years and couldn't figure out why they couldn't develop him. just wasn't comfortable there. Just never worked out. So immediately goes to McVay on the right side. And he even said like in his first week of training camp there, he was just like, or first week of practice there, he was like, "Oh, this is like riding a bike. Like I immediately feel more comfortable than I ever did in Pittsburgh." So that was a real shot for me. That one was tough, but I'm happy to see it for Dotson because he's an immensely talented player. So I love that you have him up here for sure.
I surprised myself by having Kevin Dotson this high, number 3 on my list. I could shuffle them around easily. I wouldn't be talked in or out of it, either way, a big deal. But Dotson reminds me, I jokingly say this, of Duke basketball players, the kind of classic Duke basketball players that have been coming out for 35, 40 years, really 50 years now, because we're getting into the fifth decade. Just kind of very square, solid, talented, yes, but not elite talent, but just kind of that square, solid, I'm starting to run out of words here. Vanilla comes to mind, but good. That's the way I view Kevin Dotson. And I don't ever think he'll get any higher on the list than this for me. I ever, but he's here now, number 3 on the list. Really like Kevin Dotson a lot. As far as what he's been able to do since he got to the Rams, right? 2 back-to-back years. Really love that.
You just had
Um,
to hit me in another spot where it hurts. You just described Greg Paulus, by the way, once great Duke point guard, who also a football player. Went back to school after like 5 years at
yeah,
Duke and played quarterback at Syracuse. I think he's now a football. I think he now coaches football at Syracuse after being a 4-year point guard for Duke. We That one hurt. Josh McRoberts. Talk about square Duke guys. Also vanilla.
Christian
Way
Leitner.
way to just
Yeah.
mention that they're all white guys. We're turning the corner now. Although Cooper Flag, is kind of also square white. Uh, anyways, we
Yes,
don't have to talk about it.
exactly.
I'm not so happy. It's
Um,
fine.
Cody Malk, I love. Now, Cody Malk
Hal
is a guy
Singler.
because
Talk about a
yes,
real
oh yeah.
square white redhead. Also, John Shire.
Who's the Shire, the coach? I was going to
Mm-hmm.
mention.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm insulting Kevin here. I'm sorry, Kevin. All right. But I didn't mean to insult you. It's just the images that come to mind. Okay, we love you, Kevin. All right, Cody Malk is a guy. I could see
Every
Malk.
Plumley. Every Plumley. Should we keep going? How many Plumleys can we get?
Danny Ferry,
Oh my God. Whatever the center on the championship team was that his name started with a Z. He literally had like a flat top, so he was extremely square. Filipowski, he's now a Mormon, I think, so we could go down a whole nother
Cherokee
rabbit hole.
Parks.
Oh Jesus. Um, did we say JJ yet? I don't think we said JJ. I don't know if he really counts.
Uh,
He's not quite what we're talking about with the Duke guys, but we'll
yeah,
just mention him.
yeah,
Jay Billis, also kind of more in the JJ
yes,
flavor from a
yes.
personality standpoint. All right, we're done. Let's keep moving.
That's all my fault. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done
I don't think you knew what you were doing bringing up Duke basketball players. That hits home for me.
it. Okay, Cody Malk. I absolutely love Malk, but
Another square
Malk
white.
is a guy who I could see him kind of settling in and just being what he is right now, which is kind of incomplete, and still liking him. But I could also see him rocketing up this list over the next season or two and being like the number 2 guy on this list for a long time. I really think he's got all of that inside of him. But I really love him. I hope he can keep developing because we did see that big jump from year 1 to year 2. I really, really like Cody Malk. I like him coming out of the draft. There were lots of questions, and there always are with small school guys. I totally get it, but Malk is a guy that I could totally see shooting up this list next year or two.